Good morning, viewers. I hope you enjoyed my chocolate cake last night, my banana one. I certainly enjoyed it, as you can see. I put on weight, but hopefully I'll lose some soon, get exercising again. I've just been having too many vodkas. I'd be a lot bigger if I'd been having sugar drinks instead of sugar-free. I think it does help a little bit. Because my weight's manageable. I just got to get exercising. It will decrease, I think. Work the muscles a bit, get a bit stronger. They say it gets harder as you get older. I think it's rubbish. You just got it set in your brain that you get old and die. I think it's rubbish. You can just keep living on as long as you want, as long as you believe you can. I was just thinking about money today, in terms of how governments work. And I think, the way they work is that we're expected to get a job we don't really like and slog our guts out and, earn a little bit of money and try and live on it, try and pay for everything ourselves. Or, we put on a pension or a benefit or a new start or something else, There are the lucky ones that get out of the system and end up sort of, what do? They kind of sell their bodies or become rock stars that sort of don't do a lot of work, but not rock stars, like just end up working in business, so they don't do a lot of work, but they earn a lot of money for what they do, you sort of hit the nail on the head and sort of get out of that whole 9 to 5. They sort of, end up maybe just in the business. They can sort of set up an easy sort of online thing where they can just get the income streams or something, they're sort of not working in the grind, getting up, going to work, coming home, and kind of figure out a way around that. But they're sort of, a lot of people just do sort of pornography or something like that, to get a quick money. But even then, since the internet, sort of been a bit different, I guess. Look, I don't know much about all that, but you get these people that set up these big companies and just get a whole lot of people working for them, sit back and reap the rewards. But still hard work at the end of the day, keeping the business running and afloat and everything. But what I was thinking about was more how the government operates, where some people are getting enormous salaries and they're not doing a lot of work, but you get these people like doctors and that don't earn big money anymore compared, and they're sort of working very hard and not earning a lot. But I think the way it all should look more like is, instead of us being taxed so much with these GSTs and all these other things to suck, because how the government's getting all their money is out of taxes and that. It's how they get their, $1 trillion a year money to play with, or whatever, how much they get. I think really half the population, say we've got 50 million in this country, half the population should have government jobs where they're working for government businesses. So that's 25 million. And say they earn 10 grand a week each one. Half of that should be taxed, and half of it should go into their pockets. So they get 5 grand a week in their pocket, and half of it should go into the treasury. So that's like 25 million. So that's $125 billion into the treasury each week. Yeah, that works. I was trying to per year. No, so there's 125 billion a week into the treasury, and 125 billion into the pockets of the 25 million. So so it's 5,000 each, which is easily enough to live on. And then you've got the other half of the population, another 25 million who might, plus you got the profits from the businesses. So all those businesses that are doing the work, getting profits from all the customers and that. So all those profits go back into the government, because they're government businesses, and they get their perks. The government takes care of them. They get houses. They get all the stuff laid on, so they don't have to buy houses. They don't have to buy cars. They get all that provided. They get holidays, all that sort of stuff. So they're basically cared for. Plus they get 5,000 a week to just live on as play money. So they don't have to pay for anything else. So they're set. All these government people. That includes prime ministers, everyone working for government. Because at the end of the day, it's not a privilege, it's just a job. That's how it should be, really. They're not kings and queens, they're just elected to do a job, And then you got the other half of the population, the other 25 million. And they might have businesses, they might be working for businesses, they might own their own, they might hopefully even disabled people can get a little job doing something, and they earn, each one of those people earns 10 grand a week, and 10% of that's taxed. But the rest goes in their pocket, because they've got to pay for their house, their car. They don't get perks, unless the businesses offer them, free lunches or something, But all those customers, those business owners, get their 9 grand a week, which is the 5 grand plus all the rest of the money for their perks, and they're buying their homes and buying their cars and doing the holidays and paying for flights, which the government people all get paid for by the government. So yeah, people working get roughly 9,000 a week. Might be a bit less depending what job you got, but anywhere from 5,000 to 9,000 a week. Plus 10% tax of all that goes back into the treasury, back into the government money. Plus the profits from all the businesses goes to all the business owners, so it goes back into running the businesses. So some of that's probably tax as well, goes into the government and the earnings, and and that's how it really should be. The way we shouldn't have GSTs on things. That's the way That way, products can be cheaper, and that's enough money to run the world, run the country. Plus all these government jobs get filled, all these businesses at home get filled. You know, of course, a lot of those are students, but they can have jobs as well. Where they earn a bit of money. Maybe $5,000 a week or something. Just doing some stuff, working. School could be more online. You could just have a job. Kids can get a job, and they get used to working instead of just studying all the time. Like they could just be out working and straight into the job they want. Say they want to be an electrician, fine, give them a job with little low voltage circuits, learning stuff from their kids, how to string things together, and pay them, and then their homework is to study how to do the job. Just get them straight into getting a job instead of all this study for 20 years in all this bullshit they don't really need to know, because they're not, they're just providing this sort of framework for what if we work in this, what if we do this, what if this happens. It's just get them straight into the job they like, the things they like doing, and pay them. Kids, get them used to earning and feeling, nurtured and, valued, rather than just a stupid student learning crap all the time, So I'm still a friggin' student. I still haven't got a job because I got used to studying. Anyway, that's my opinion on how the world should work, and that way the world would be fair for everyone and it would all work properly and no one would miss out. And no one needs more than $5,000 a week. Like, that's just this age right now, $5,000 a week. But that would slowly work up to $1 million a week by about 2,100 or whatever year. In about 100 years, that would steadily increase year by year, and the income and everything until we're earning one credit a week, which is worth $1 million. So that'd pay for space age stuff and all the other stuff, robots. So because our expenses, inflation is normal, it just keeps inflating. That's how money works, because the world develops and things become dearer. So it's no big, inflation. It's just normal. What's the big fuss? Anyway, that's my word. I'd crown myself Prince of Peace or Prince of the World. Listen to the good advice.